Alrighty, let's try this again. We are here. It is the Giantbomb Community Tournament 2014. It is the losers finals between Team YOLO and Team GUIDOS. Those of you who were here at the very beginning will know the whole spiel I just said that led us up to this match. First ban goes out, it's on Brewmaster, and Kunkka immediately banned right after that. But for those of you who are joining us a little bit late, and I'll probably keep harping on this in the middle of the match when things get a little slow, GUIDOS were basically put here due to technicalities while organizing this tournament. Their match against Bottoms Up only happened because Team Magic is Might were disqualified because they were unable to get the time they could to schedule a match. However, then Bottoms Up were not able to schedule a match with GUIDOS, and then they themselves were eliminated, and that has led us here into the Giantbomb Community Tournament 2014 Losers Finals. Hooray! Immediately, Death Prophet has been banned, and we're waiting for the last ban of this match. The winner goes on to face Freakin' Chairs Fraud Squad, otherwise known as Team Gaff, in the Grand Finals.
10 seconds.
Blue loser will have to settle for third place, and we will see what happens once this last ban goes out. Still quite early to make a determination on what style of game we can. I'm just chuckling because of the stream. They're a couple of minutes behind. And Omni Knight is the final ban. That will make this game rather interesting. Omni Knight, very popular hero since TI4, especially once people started to use Repel and his Guardian Spirit. And just to sort of recap how we got here to this phase of the tournament, in the winners bracket, it was Team Gaff that knocked down Team YOLO to the losers finals. YOLO took on Team 90s Nixtape.
10 seconds.
And 90s Nixtape were then eliminated by Team GUIDOS themselves.
5 seconds.
GUIDOS, starting at phase 1 of this tournament, first took out Team CSS before knocking out Team 90s Nixtape. And once again, Bottoms Up had to be disqualified because they were unable to reach to a consensus on when to schedule a match. And the first pick is out for Team GUIDOS. They went with Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi with a very powerful stun, as well as Bloodlust. So curious to see how they're going to be using Bloodlust during this match. And frankly, it's going to be rather intense for these two teams, presuming they are engaged with this match. It's the losers finals. This is pretty big. So I don't want to say there's going to be tilts or anything,
10
but
seconds remaining.
This is it. You are one match away from taking on Team Gaff in the Grand Finals. Team Gaff, who, mind you, are actually, I'm not quite sure if they're undefeated in this tournament, but they have won every single match in their series to make it to the winners finals. That's basically the same thing. Bear with me, because I'm excited, because it's the losers finals. And it seems Team GUIDOS have not had another opportunity to pick yet. We are still waiting for the next pick. From Team XXX69, Dick Butts Goku 420 XXX, Blaze It. And we're in a hefty amount of reserve time, so I'm just going to check with the admins. Nope, we have our first pick. Skywrath Mage for Team YOLO is the first pick. So, a lot of options that are going to be available to Team YOLO. They could obviously go for a, not Clinks, what's his name? Oh, I'm forgetting his name. But they could obviously go for a Faceless Void, Chronosphere combo, and they pick the Viper, so they have their first support and their first carry of this game. Viper will, he might go mid, he might not. Popular choice to put him on the safe lane. So it's interesting to see how GUIDOS will respond, but Skywrath Mage, generally you want to combine it with a character who can stun, so he can throw down that Sky Flare and really do a ton of damage, especially once he manages to get a Ghost Scepter. Unless, of course, to get, say, Morphling, who normally gets a Ghost Scepter in his builds. So Shotgun plus Sky Flare, that's going to be doing a ton of damage if they choose to go that way. And a couple of seconds left before this next pick.
Reserve time.
And a question from the chat. AC Nix, Asini XYS asking about Steve managing to beat YOLO in their last game, and or beating GZZ, sorry. And I think you're actually, I don't recall it being a crush, but they definitely won convincingly in their previous matches together. I believe Guidos managed to make it to 20 minutes before momentum completely shifted. And I'm thinking of the first game in particular, before momentum shifted in YOLO's favor. And then right after that, I believe the second game was a little bit more one-sided. And there goes the silencer. That makes me happy. So those of you who have been watching my casts are familiar with my affinity towards silencer. One of my favorite heroes. In fact, my favorite hero of this tournament, silencer. Great for initiating, great for counter-initiating. Also very strong in the lane if you give him a bunch of clarities. And just have him curse to the silent and last word the opponents. And I'm wondering if this is meant to be more as a defensive maneuver against any possible Skywrath Mage combinations that go out there. And Shadow Shaman, for those of you who didn't catch it, was immediately the following ban by Team Guidos. So here we are, the third ban for Team YOLO, and they go with Tidehunter. So far, it's mostly, well, it's about 50-50 between supports and carries, though Brewmaster is much more of a utility player than he is a carry. But that's a lot of push that has been banned out by Team Guidos. They don't want this to end early. And Faceless Void, another good ban. So you can see between the Shadow Shaman and the Faceless Void, they are very conscious of what that Skywrath Mage is doing. They are trying to take out as much lockdown as possible. So they got rid of the shackles of the Shadow Shaman and the Chronosphere of the Faceless Void. And then Skywrath Mage responded by eliminating the Lone Druid. Not quite sure what they hope to achieve with that. And we're now on to the next phase of picks for these two teams. This is very interesting setup so far. It's not quite obvious what the strategies are going to be, though a couple of hints. Obviously, I've been detailing what they might do with Skywrath Mage. That could, of course, never happen. He could be strict support, and there goes another likely pick with Ancient Apparition. Loves to do the snipes with his ult. That could feasibly mean they're still going for some sort of lockdown stun game, though they have yet to pick it. Though, I wonder if they might go for a Centaur Warrunner or Guidos just to sort of deny that. Centaur Warrunner having a great AoE stun that can really, really help with that initiation from Skywrath and Ancient Apparition. You do the stun, you do the Skywrath, you do the snipe, and that's at least going to take out one support at the very least. So here we are, it's the losers finals, the second to last match series, that is, of this Giantbomb community tournament. And I'm excited. This is very exciting. Who knows what's going to happen so far, and they go with a Bristleback. So the first carry for Team Guidos is chosen, just answering a quick question on the chat. And Bristleback, their first carry, obviously a tanky character, especially great pick when you manage to upgrade the Vanguard to Crimson Guard now, added in 6.82. And so far, I'm still sort of struggling to figure out what Team Guidos are doing here. In terms of team strategy, we obviously have the great stun from Ogre Magi, unless they plan on combining a Bloodlust with Bristleback's passive ult. But very, very curious what they plan on doing. Maybe I'll have a much more clearer picture as they get into their fourth, and hopefully by the fifth pick I can figure out what they're going for. Meanwhile, Team YOLO, I presume they're going to want to pick a hero with stun at this point. That'd be really handy if they want to go with the lockdowns, though I do admit, haven't mentioned it yet, Viper with his snare can sort of help with that slowdown and then wombo combo of the AA ult followed by the Skywrath ult. And, well, this is interesting.
Timbersaw!
And they go with the Timbersaw. Very, very interesting pick. So Timbersaw with the double chakram, if you manage to get his Ags, that'll really help slow down characters. So it looks like they may be seeing going with some kind of slow down the enemies and manage to control them. Getting a couple of comments on the chat. Seems like it might be a little laggy, so bear with me. I'm going to mute my mic and address that in a couple of minutes. Well, right now, and I'll be back to commenting in a couple of minutes. And Medusa was picked. One of the one of the carriest of carries. I'll get back to the stream in a couple of seconds, going to adjust a couple of settings here.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining.
Alright folks, just lowered the bitrate a
Dire
little
team
bit.
back.
Hopefully that'll help with the overall quality on the stream. And thank you for joining us once again. This is the losers final. So Medusa was the next carry pick for this tournament on Team Guidos. Bear with me as I gather my thoughts on the
Radiant
spot.
team
So
pick.
we had Necrophos followed by Anti-Mage band, and those go the final bands of this match. And meanwhile, Medusa was picked by Team Guidos. So this is a rather interesting comparison between the two lineups. It seems like Guidos are going to be definitely going for the mid to late game here. Medusa, obviously one of the carriest of carry heroes, with the high need for farm, and, well, if those of you who were watching a bit of the recreational happen to know that Medusa, very good with the Divine Rapier, so hey, if at any point Guidos go with a Divine Rapier throw, say it's their last gas, we may see some Divine Rapiers. Yes, that was me clapping out of excitement. And the last pick for Team YOLO was Outworld Devourer. So definitely you can see the strategy pretty much out in the open. They are definitely going for a lock hero
10
down, followed by a
seconds
wombo
remaining.
combo of sorts with the Skywrath Mage and Ancient Apparition ults.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
definitely with a bunch of lockdown between Viper's slowdown and
Reserve
Timbersaw's
time.
Chakram, and now the Outward Devourer. I believe it's his W that will, whatever that move is called, its name, it's escaping me, Astral Imprisonment. He'll be able to imprison whoever he needs to lock that hero down for a bunch of pain. And we are in the last pick of this first game of the losers finals for Team Guidos. Just out of curiosity, just baseless speculation, we'll see what happens. Though trying to think what would be a good pick. I mean, between Ogre
10
Magi
seconds
and
remaining.
Bristleback, they don't have too much in terms of control. Yes, Medusa's ult will be
5
able to trap
seconds
those people who
remaining.
are stuck. And they go with the Juggernaut. So I wonder if this is going to be more of a secondary Juggernaut, in terms of him not being a hard carry. Juggernaut, of course, with his Omni Slash, will be able to catch a hero who is stranded from the rest of his team, and will offer a decent amount of push with his healing totem. And, well, the teams are forming, and I'll see you on the other side. I'll introduce the teams once everything gets sorted out, but we are about to start the losers finals, and you'll hear me say that a lot. We'll be there in a couple of seconds.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for
Okay,
battle.
ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is the losers finals. Let me see if my mic is muted in game. And options audio, yes it was. Okay. Thank you, Lasmore over in the chat. And here we go. I will be introducing the teams now. It is the Giantbomb Community Tournament Grand Losers Finals. That was a close one. On the Juggernaut, we have Old King Cole. Looks like he'll be going on the off lane with GZZZ on the Silencer. And Ogre Magi will be on FN Rod. It seems like there might be a try off lane. Going mid, we'll have Demoli on the Medusa. And over in the jungle, we have Bristleback, played by Venarlia. And on the Radiant side, we have
30
Six Ghost. He'll be on the
seconds to
off lane, probably by himself. We just see him drop a ward. Going mid will be Gaz. He'll be on the Outward Devourer. And we're going to have tri-lane versus tri-lane, people. Madu, Nemesis Q, and Steve Winwood on the Skywrath, Viper, and AA, respectively, going on a safe tri lane. And here we are. It is the Giant Bomb Community Tournament Losers Finals. And just a couple of scouting out might be seeing who they can do for this rune over at the bottom.
Begins.
ZZZ, apologies. He's going to go for it. Oh, he just denies the bounty rune. Why take the risk? Silencer, very squishy hero, does not have a lot of health, especially at this late in the game. Or this early in the game, apologies. So that bounty rune's going to be going to no one, though admittedly he didn't have too much danger. And Hylian asking me to check the range of that ward. And it's pretty good. Ooh. It looks like they might be able to catch this ward. Yes, I got it, Hylian. I did click it. And already we have some zoning out coming out from the Silencer. He just did his, both his last word, unless that was Curse of the Silent. Could not tell from this distance. And yep, it is tri-lane versus tri-lane, people. This is the first time I'm seeing it in the Giant Bomb Community Tournament. And just going to go up top real quick. Gnarly had taken quite a bit of harassment from Six Ghost. He should be okay for the most part for these few seconds, but you don't want him taking too much damage early in the game. Doesn't want to have to waste time going back and forth with the courier. Over in the mid, we have quite a bit of harassment. I'm guessing, yep, Outlord Devalver went for Astral Imprisonment, so he's going to be casting that as frequently as he can against Damali, and that's going to hurt Damali, who really needs to get as many last hits as possible in this match. And just jumping back up here, Six Ghost being really, really aggressive. He really doesn't want that Silencer. I'm sorry, he doesn't want that Bristleback doing that much damage, and every single one of his Qs really taking out a large chunk of health on the Bristleback. So Bristleback will need to be careful. He's going to have to funnel quite a bit of his funds into tangos, and maybe even a pot or two. And so far, last word, that's all we have on the Silencer. Ogre Magi is going to make a run for the rune. We'll see what he can do. And so is Skywrath Mage. There's going to be a small skirmish. I don't imagine too much happening. Pick up the illusion rune by the Ogre Magi. And, yep, just a little bit of harassment here. Six Ghost still putting on the hurt. He is really being aggressive there. And why shouldn't he? He knows 3 of the heroes are down over on the bottom lane. And Medusa isn't going to be doing much. Medusa's just going to be trying to farm. And Soul Ring was just picked up by Damali, so that will help a little bit, especially with the Mano Shield if they have it. A ping went out here in the jungle, just trying to see what's going on. It is the battle of the Sentry Wards in this early game. We have 1, 2, 3 Sentry Wards. They can't see that Observer Ward over there. And although it is in range, oop, just heard Skywrath's Q. A little bit of harassment. If they're not careful, this could turn into an engagement. And there's a perfect example of Silencer not having that much health. He got a couple of shots and then one special from Skywrath Mage, and he's in a lot of hurt. Bristleback, he almost went down, saw the health really shrink at the last minute, didn't miss the kill, but he's going to be running back. So definitely advantage Six Ghost in this top lane. Meanwhile, back at mid, let's just go over to the creep score. He's got 25 right now, compared to only 8 on Damali. Yes, bear with me, chat. I don't remember the hotkeys for these last hits denies. So right now, Outward Devourer, oops, just saw a little bit of health go down, but Outward Devourer has a creep score of 26, and Timbersaw has a creep score of 20, so he is being a rock star in that top lane by himself. Combine that with his Q, and he will be doing quite well. So far, Bristleback looks like he's almost done healing up, and just a bit of harassment going out now that Viper has the dot. So anytime he gets hit or hits someone, he's going to be doing a little bit of damage. And so far, not too well, all things considered, going on. And it looks like Viper. Sorry for the third time. Six Ghost is back to engaging Bristleback over on the top lane, and Bristleback, he managed to get his Ring of Basilisk, but a ping goes out. There's a call to defend. I'm not sure if that was a call to defend, but we see we have a rotation here. Effenrod, ooh, this may be bad for Outward Devourer if he's not too careful, though. That tower may end up seeing him. There goes the sun. Is Damali going to follow it up? And Astral Imprisonment on the Ogre Magi. Gaz is hurt really bad. If they can get just a few more last hits, they might actually be able to do it. Are they going to tower dive for it? No, they don't. Outworld Devolver manages to live so far, but then an engagement goes on. Silencer, he's going to get hurt. He does not have the health to survive this. Up goes the ward. Is Silencer going to go down? Yes! First blood goes to Madoo and Team YOLO in this match. And hey, I caught it! I'm 1 for 3.
New treasures.
First blood goes out, and it looks like Outward Developer, he's going to be retreating to his base. He's going to heal up over at his fountain, Damali. Very good opportunity for Damali to sort and get some last hits. And looks like Six Ghosts, he's a little low on mana, but he should be okay. He has just completed his mana boots, so that's going to be a huge boon for him. He's going to be able to do some serious harassment. More so now against the Bristleback. Bristleback might want to call for a little bit of help because he is not doing well. He is losing this lane pretty hard, though. He does have the best creep score of Team Guidos. And there he goes! Whoa! Look at that counter! Six Ghosts got a little greedy. And let's just go to the quick recap. Yep. Quite just too much damage done on Six Ghosts. He wasn't able to get out of there. And he is down. Probably didn't have enough mana. Oh, he hasn't leveled it yet. He has not anything yet in his Timber Chain. So he was unable to escape. Probably didn't have the mana for it. But here we see we have two characters here. Steve Winwood rotating. Looks like he might be rotating top or just dropping a ward. But it looks like there's going to be no attacks on Damoli. And he's just moving on. Grabs the bounty. Both runes in this minute go to Team YOLO. A regen rune, handy for his mana regen. And a bit of harassment going on here. Juggernaut, smart to get out. A little bit more harassment from the Skywrath Mage. Ping goes out. Looks like they're going to try and go for a gank on ZZZ. Once again, Silencer doesn't have the best health, so he's got to be really careful. He doesn't want to be able to do too much vulnerability. And I wonder if the tri-lane has been abandoned over on Guidos' side. It's now 2-2 right now. Though it looks like ZZZ, he's running away. And the ult goes out. Chakram hits twice. Midas was just completed on Outward Devourer. That is a really difficult word to say. And let's just take a quick look over at the net worth of these heroes. Let's see. And still early, but it looks like pretty good for the carries. Outward Devourer and Timbersaw doing very well. Bristleback is the closest they have. And here goes another bit of fisticuffs between Bristleback and Six Ghosts. Bristleback thinks he can take him down. He's actually doing quite a bit of damage. He's going for the dive. He needs to commit here. He is in trouble. He is way too close to that tower. In comes Skywrath Mage. And there goes the stun. And there goes Bristleback. He just got too greedy. Last word, unable to do anything. Curse of the Silent. Also put on Madoo. I don't think that's enough health to take him down. Is Bristleback going to... Sorry, is Timbersaw going to go for the... He hits the Chakram. He's going to be hitting him. And he misses his Q. So Silencer's going to survive this one. But that's another kill on Bristleback, and frankly it's not one you want for one of your main, only two carries for this match, and there's going to be an attack on Six. They have the damage for it, they don't. Timber Chain, he manages to get out of there, and he'll survive, mana in check. So, very interesting game so far, still probably say it's relatively even. In fact, let's just go to the XP real quick. Yep, slight advantage to YOLO, but all towers are up for all teams. Gold slightly in favor. Well, 2,000 in favor of YOLO at this point. But lots of things can happen. No towers have been taken, and it looks like Silencer is going to be able to pick up the bounty rune. Power shreds were just completed on both Viper and the Bristleback, and it looks like, oh, there's going to be a bit of engagement here. Skywrath Mage sees the Ogre Magi. That's a lot of damage. He has the haste rune, so if he needs to be fast, he will be able to take him out. And there goes the silence, and he's already been slowed down. It looks like Madoo's going to be going for this, and that is not going to be good. Bristleback comes in to help. Will Madoo back off? He still has a haste rune, so he is still going to go for it. He is going to go for it. Team YOLO going YOLO. And they really want to take him down. They managed to take down the Ogre Magi, and now Bristleback needs to be careful because the Ogre Magi, he doesn't have a lot of mana, but he picked up the TP scroll, and is he going to be able to survive? No! Bristleback manages to retaliate. Mana boots picked up by the Skywrath Mage and the TP scroll, but he was not able to get out of there. So now it's 3-2. Let's go to the recap real quick. Well, both teams making out a net change in gold, but XP definitely favors the Bristleback. That was quite a long engagement, and here we see a push on Nemesis, or towards the bottom lane of this match. So very entertaining start so far to this match. This is the losers final, first match in the Giantbomb Community Tournament. Last word goes out on the Viper. Are they going to choose to attack? Nope. Juggernaut, he'll Battle Fury away. But Steve Winwood taking a bit of hits from that stun. And no follow-up damage. Old King Cole probably not ready for it. And Let's go back to the last hits, and still heavily in
Radiant's
favor
middle
so
tower
far
is under attack.
of Team YOLO. They are top 3 for, well, now top 2, as it continues to fluctuate. But if this game goes to late game, well, I have a slight advantage towards Guidos. They have the Medusa, they have the Bristleback. If the game even goes late enough, Juggernaut can transition into more of a late game hero if need be able to pick up a Butterfly or something like that. He just completed his power tread, so that'll help him chase down on those heroes. Outward Developer, looks like he's taking a little bit of damage so far, no, but, well,
Dire's top
not too
tower
surprising
is
he's
under
doing so
attack.
well on net worth. When we jump back here, he does have the Midas. But he is still losing to the Bristleback, and let's see what's going on here. Smoke has gone out for Madu and Steve Winwood. Are they going to try and go for a combination here? Skywrath Mage's ult is not ready yet. He's still only level 5. And they're going for a flank, and there goes the hit. Guidos' Old King Cole, he's taking a lot of damage. He is not going to survive this, and he just drops very fast. I can't even think of an amusing metaphor. Steve Winwood taking a fair respect of damage himself during that engagement. But so far, let's go to the recap real quick. 400 gold, lost 200 gold on the Juggernaut. That's quite a bit, though he did manage to complete his power treads. A little bit of harassment going on. Oh, and ZZZ is in trouble. There goes the Skywrath. Oh, and he goes down just in time. That kill from the Juggernaut managed to switch, and over already, Six Ghost taking quite a bit of damage from the Bristleback, but he is going to get away. Bristleback learning his lesson from the last engagement. 450 experience points, that is critical for the Skywrath Mage. That really helped him get his ult. And then there goes the Chakram, and 365 gold, most of it going towards the Skywrath Mage, and so far, very, very good display by Team YOLO. They are doing a great job so far, really controlling this game. I mean, both supports not doing very well in the net worth department on Team Guidos, and Juggernaut, he's not doing too well himself. Juggernaut, of course, though I imagine he will not be particularly carry-oriented. He does have his poor man shield and his hit, so maybe he is, but he is not doing very well if he is meant to be a carry. Demoli, though, he's starting to catch up, it seems. Does he have a minus yet? No, looks like he's not going for a minus. Gaz has it, though, and it's about to go off cooldown. Let's see if he's going to be a good boy and use it immediately. That might be why he's slowing it down. And no, he doesn't use it. Might be using it for the next creep wave. But here we have Effenrod. Looks like they're going to try and go for a gank. Gaz is low on health, so all they have to do is catch him out of not even a very deep position, just slightly, just enough damage. Effenrod will be able to do enough damage with this stun, but it looks like he's being really patient. Doesn't need to do much. Looks like he's got his soul ring up and coming. He has his movement speed boost already. Playing the patient game. I don't know how much longer they want to wait for this gank. Doesn't seem too opportune at this point. A lot of opportunity cost being lost on the Ogre Magi. He's still only level 4, but this might be the good opportunity. He's pretty far, all things considered. Oh, and they went for it, and then oh, they're committing to it, and this is not going to work out on Guidos' favor. Astral Imprisonment managed to lock down the Medusa. The gank was off, and now over down here, Steve Winwood, he's close enough to be able to land a little bit of support should things go sour. And ZZZ, he's got to be careful. Doesn't have the health to be able to take too many hits, and he will immediately go on. And they're going for it. Ult goes out. Effenrod took out a lot of damage, and he is going to go down. And this is not good for Demoli. Demoli's going to be taking a ton of damage. Gaz, he might go down. Does he have enough health? Yes, he'll be able to recover. And Demoli needs to get out of there. She has no mana left. And maybe pick up the mana rune. There goes the snipe. Is it going to hit? And it hits! Steve Winwood with a snipe. Once again, another failed attempt, and Silencer took out a lot of damage. Sorry, the fight recap was in the way, but Silencer unable to take down. I'm sorry, they did manage to take down the Viper. Old King Cole and Sniper tried to go on the Viper. They recognized Steve Winwood was helping with the the Outworld Devourer gank, and they went on the Viper and managed to take him down. Let's see if I can get this recap up. Gold benefit for both, and there's a chase going on right here. Oh, that is a lot of damage on the Bristleback. He's taking a ton of damage, and there's a mana for a Q if it goes out. Let's see if Bristleback will be able to survive. Will he go for a creep tonight? And no, Timbersaw goes down. 38, 40 health on the Bristleback. A snipe goes out. Is it gonna hit? Is it gonna hit? No, it doesn't hit. Almost. Very good instincts from Steve Winwood. He realized he could have gotten a kill. That definitely would have killed the Bristleback. He was under 10% health. Very much so. But this match, whew, it's going back and forth right now. And Wow, let's just take a quick check at the gold charts. YOLO, slight favoring in gold right now, 4K. At this point, all the towers are up still.
Radiant's top tower is under
And
attack.
to switch the XP, though, still relatively close. This match is still, right now, anyone's game. And that is quite surprising. YOLO have been very good in their execution so far. Team Guidos, not so much. Astral Imprisonment goes out on the Juggernaut. I imagine it's more harassment based. Juggernaut doesn't have the mana to really retaliate.
'Tis mine.
And he's just going to back off for now. And he's still going to be doing his farm. Yeah, he's almost out of mana. But we see a bunch of we see a bunch of heroes. If I were on a studio, I would have had a mute button for that. Smoke Gate goes out. Looks like they're going to be going for Demoli, maybe. Going up and around, perhaps. And looks like no, they're going to be transitioning towards the jungle, but Silencer, he's also transitioning towards the middle as well, so looks like there might be a double gank going on. I don't know which one to focus on. Is it going to be the Bristleback, or is it going to be on Viper, who has rotated mid? And Venaria, he's going for it. He's in trouble. He is not going to survive this. There goes the stun, there goes the silence, and there goes the ult, though he does manage to patch the magic wand, and the Q managed to take him down. 6 Ghost with another kill on the Bristleback, and he's down for 40 seconds. And let's just go to the quick recap. I think this is a bit excessive. 1200 XP for all 4 heroes. That is a great perk. And pings go out middle. It looks like that was coming from Skywrath Mage. Don't have any wards there, so I wonder if they were just asking for a call for the rune. Silence was going to send the illusions there, and not too much we can do. Plan has gone out. Looks like they are going to be going for the Medusa after this, though you have to imagine Demoli and Team Guidos, they have to be aware that those two are now just running around going in for kills. And if they're not careful, they're going to be caught. There goes the stun on the Viper. Last word. And pings go out. Has it been spotted, though? Not likely, but they do know Steve Winwood is here. This ward definitely spotted that out, and they're definitely going to see... yes, now they definitely see. It's 3 versus 3 right now. If they want to go, it will be rather risky between the low health of the Skywrath Mage. So right now, a bit of a standoff. Though they did just see, if they were paying attention, Ogre Magi has transitioned into the Dire Jungle. Another last word goes out on Nemesis. And, well, let's see real quick last hits how Juggernaut is doing. Looks like he's doing a little bit better. Jumping to his net worth, and there is 2 top. Stun on 6 Ghost, followed by the Cask, and he's just gonna Timber Chain out of there. And let's just see how net worth. See if Juggernaut's catching up a bit. He's doing a little bit better on farm. He is the weakest of the carries on Team Guidos. Last word goes out, but Madu is there ready to counter any attempts at initiation, though Nemesis might want to be careful. He has his mech, so he'll be okay if they attack. Urn put on the Nemesis, whoops, and he'll be fine. And looks like there's going to be a bit of an engagement between Gaz and the Bristleback. Bristleback, he'll be okay. It's just a little bit of harassment, and whoops, looks like he went back for it. He's being really aggressive. He wants that mana. Another Astral Imprisonment. But is there going to be an engagement? There's definitely a standoff. I'm going to zoom out real quick. It is now... Timbersaw is now engaged. He is Timber Chained in. There is no support right now. Silence is way out of position. Here comes the TP. There goes the Global Silence. It's been casted. He's going to TP out of there, and there's going to be no attempts. Where did he went back to the fountain, and there goes the Timber Chain. The Q did a ton of damage to the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi with the double damage rune. And there goes Timber Chain. He has not survived. And look at the Medusa ult. Stunned both the Gaz and Nemesis Q. Steve Winwood unable to do anything. I didn't catch if he managed to pop his ult. And they are all backing off right now. So they managed to take out the Timbersaw, but they are really hurting. That was a Pyrrhic victory for Team Guidos. And a bunch of them are going back right now to head to the fountain. And that actually was... now I understand why Silencer TP'd out of there immediately, in addition to it being just a really dodgy moment for them. He might be able to slow them down a little bit with his Curse of the Silent last word harassment. And there goes the ult. Steve Winwood knows what's going on. Are they going to be able to hit them? Let's see. Nope, just managed to catch Medusa, but he should be okay. It looks like Demoli managed to get out of there. And whew, the fight continues. Another TP in from 6 Ghost. Score right now only 9-5. Outworld Developer, really, that Midas is really starting to show why it's so valuable right now. He is 1,000 ahead of everyone else on this team. And he already has his Aghanim Scepter right now. He didn't even go for the Force Staff. 6 Ghost went in to initiate. Last word is put on him. ZZZ is going to go down. He does not have the health to survive. Wasted an ult. That wasn't a wise move. They didn't need to do that. And, well, I guess if you're just going to take down one and back off for now, that's fine. But Nemesis Q manages to get... I'm sorry, Skywrath managed to get the... Oh, wait, was it? Yep, Skywrath managed to take down the Silencer. And there goes the more harassment. And that's easily going to be a tower if they can't organize a proper defense. Chakram goes out. Sixghost just did a bunch of damage on Demoli. In comes Old King Cole, not the best TP, and the snipe goes out. Is it going to hit? It hits! Steve Winwood with another snipe. Demoli pops his ult. It doesn't get anyone. Everyone had their back turned. Ogre Magi tried to stun Sixghost. There is just no organization from this combat from Steve Winwood. But he manages to take down the Skywrath. Was that a Ghost Scepter? I couldn't tell. Skywrath looked like he was taking a bunch of damage, and right now it's going to be a tactical retreat, if you will. And Outward Developer was just taken down. I missed it. Looks like Bristleback went for it. And we're seeing AA on the minimap. He's transitioning 1100 gold. And that's quite the transition. Did you just see that? There was like 20 gold split between both teams. But then Bristleback managing to solo kill the Outward Developer. That's going to really help with him and his farm that he needs. And Sixghost wants to be careful. Tried to go for the Bristleback, but didn't time it right. So right now it's just Silencer. He's by himself. If you're going to go for a kill, that's the one you want. Silencer by himself. That is an easy kill if anyone wants to go for it. It looks like I missed the tower getting killed. Crimson Guard completed by the Bristleback. So he's, I'm not going to say online, but he's close to being it. And harassment going out on Demoli. And thank you, Highland. And this is not too good so far. Chakram goes down, so that's definitely going to slow them. And it looks like, is Sixghost going to be able to make it out of there? No! Medusa manages to take him down. And Steve Winwood is going to go in trouble too. He goes down. Double kill by Demoli. Medusa with a double kill.
Middle tower is
it looks like Yasha is ready. It's on its way from the courier, and that was a great engagement. 750 gold going the way. About 600 of that going to Medusa, and that's exactly what they need, Team Guidos, to get back into this match. That was also 1100 experience points. They're still behind on the farm. Both Outworld and Viper are ahead in the farm, and, well, Bristleback just picked it up. So, well, they're doing okay, and with one tower down, they are starting to get a little bit of control towards this game. We can just jump real quick to the XP charts, the gold chart. And you can tell momentum is shifting right now. They're gonna need to be careful though. Those bounty comeback mechanics. If the double TP goes in, Bristleback dived in with the haste rune, and Demoli, he needs to get out of there. The ult goes out. Bristleback just came out of the Astral Imprisonment. Global Silence goes out. In comes a snipe ult attempt. It looks like it's going nowhere, and Bristleback, he is way out of position, but he has the haste rune. Will he be able to make it out of there? And it looks like they're just sort of don't know what to do with him. Meanwhile, Sixghost, he's in trouble, and they're just running in. It looks like they're trying to gather up. Bristleback with the ult. He's going to be taking a lot of damage from Madu, and then he goes down. So it's a 1-for-1 right now, but Venalia with the killing spree immediately lost it. Astral Imprisonment was put on the Ogre Magi, but Last Word was just put on GZZ, so he's going to be disarmed and silenced for a couple of seconds. It was a very cagey engagement by both teams. And so far, everyone getting a little bit of gold. Ogre Magi managing to grab a little bit. And XP, better XP for Team Guidos. And this is a fairly exciting match so far. Aghanim Scepter was just picked up by the Juggernaut, so that's an extra, how many hits is it? He's got an extra 3 jumps for his Omni Slash, and it's off cooldown and ready to be used. He has the mana for it, and he just picked up an invisibility rune, and we'll see if they'll be able to catch anyone. Gaz would be a very good pick if they can find him. Bloodstone just completed on the Timbersaw, and that's going to really help. They need to be careful right now, and they see it. This is, well, he might actually be able to take down Madu, though Gaz would be the much more useful target. And he's just waiting. Nope, looks like he's going to be focusing on Madu. There goes the Omni Slash, and it fires. The ults, there's too many people. He does the Battle Fury. He doesn't manage to take anyone down, and he's chasing Gaz, and Gaz is blocked by the Viper, but he is immediately slowed down by the ult. In comes Evanrod. Evanrod manages to take him down. There goes the snipe. Is it going to hit? I think it hit, yes, it hit Ogre Magi, but Ogre Magi manages to give the buff to Old King Cole. He's going to make it. Will Ogre Magi? No, Ogre Magi dies for his attempt at trying to keep Old King Cole up. So it's 1-for-1, but Guidos managed to take down a carry, so definitely in their advantage. 1650 experience going in their favor, and looks like a Sentry Ward might be in vision. Highland, what do you think? Can they see that ward? And we'll see if you can tell from now. But they're going to go for this Ancient Stack. They're going for Radiance Ancient Stack. That'll be a nice steal. And Bristleback just chilling out, his back against them. And nice bit of XP and gold for both teams. And down here, Demoli going by himself. And a pause goes out. Disconnect on the Juggernaut. Woo! Apologies for the Ric Flair woo. This has been very, very great. First match of this losers finals. This is a Giantbomb community tournament. Losers finals. Winners goes on to take on Team Gaff in the grand finals. A little bit of banter from ZZZ. England, for those of you wondering, beating Slovenia today in the Euro qualifiers. I just happen to know that. And the reconnect goes out, and this game is about to resume. And
Radiant's bottom tower
little bit
is
of
under attack.
gamesmanship, or banter, as they like to say, over on the British Isles, not the British Isles, in England. And, well, looks like Bristleback, is he going to be going for Steve Winwood? Ooh, Steve Winwood is in a ton of trouble. He has been caught. Bristleback just running ahead. In comes the support TP. I think two, actually. Bristleback goes down. Madhu manages to come down, pops the ult. It's doing a lot of damage, but Six Ghost manages to... His Q did most of the damage. Bristleback's in trouble. He's going to be going down. Pops the Crimson Guard last second. Probably forgot he had it. I mean that with no disrespect. An Outward Developer manages to get the Q. Hylian with the ping south. Thank you, Hylian. And Effenrod, he is going to be going down, though at what cost? He backs off against the Medusa ult, so he won't be stunned. Curse of the Silent is used. Astral Imprisonment followed by an ult. CZZ, he's going to have to back off, and Damali's going to be wanting to run away too. Did the drums pop out? Yes, he did manage to pop the drums. Get that speed bonus. And that was 2 for 1. Not the best trade for Team Guidos, though. I can totally see why they did it. And, well, this match still pretty close, but 3,000 XP. Ooh, for YOLO. And that's definitely going to help as they try and get a hold of this game. I think XP just managed to reach Dire's favor for the first time in this match, only for the past
Dire's
6 or so minutes, but immediately it's already swifting back. Though they still have the gold advantage.
Dire's
Admittedly, though, they
fortified.
still have all of the tier 1 towers, actually. In fact, here's going to be the first tier 1 tower taken by Team YOLO. And there goes the first
Dire's
tower. In comes a TP from the Bristleback. I wonder if he's going to be going for anyone. Nope, just the 2 carries. Probably a little too risky for Bristleback to jump in. And, yeah, this is crazy. And looks like there's going to be another attempt. Once again, thanks to 6.82. Once the tier 1 tower has been taken down, the glyph cooldown has been reset. And a snipe goes out. Demoli, he needs to be careful. He's going to walk in. No, he just missed it. But Steve Winwood was just stunned with a double damage rune on Effenrod. He manages to take him down. And Six Ghost is in trouble. Steve Winwood. Oh, did he just force staff or was that Madhu? I could not tell. Unless, whoops. Whose cooldown was it? Oh, he must have twin chained. I thought it was a force staff. And Bloodlust on Effenrod with a double damage rune. He is pretty powerful right now, but looks like that's all it's going to be at this point right now. 900 XP, so there goes the advantage. Once again, swinging, not quite a full-on swing, but shifting back towards Guidos' favor, and the gold now. Well, there's another inch towards getting this gold back to even, and we'll see real quick. Nope, it's not reflected quite yet, though it looks like Nemesis Q could be caught. Ping goes out. Oh, they want this creep stack, and Medusa is going in to defend it. Will it be okay for them? The stun TP came in from Medusa. Chakram went out on Bristleback, but there's more people here. He managed to pop the Crimson Guard. Bristleback is going to go down. Timber Chain as well. Snipe misses. And Damali, he's going to be able to get out of there. I hope he does his ult ready. His ult is ready. So, worst case scenario, he will be able to defend himself and get out just in time. And that gank, 1700 XP and 620. That bounty, oof, definitely a good kill for Team Guidos. I'm sorry, for Team YOLO. And Astral Imprisonment was just put on Silencer. If you want to imprison a character, you definitely want your intellect heroes. And BKB was just picked up by the Outworld Devourer. And I bet if we go to the gold now, it should be a little bit more even. I'm sorry, the XP. And that has gone back in favor, only slightly though, of Team YOLO. And bit of a standoff at this point right now. Seems both teams are taking the moment to get some farm, and looks like he's going to start working on the. Oh, wondering. Let's see. That could either be that could be a BKB. That could be so many things right now. It could be a BKB. That could be the Desolator on the Juggernaut. Don't think that's a Battle Fury, if memory serves me right. And a smoke was just picked up by Madhu on the Skywrath Mage. And looks like they're going to be going for more positioning right now. Once again, thank you for joining us in this losers final of the Giant Bomb Community Tournament. Just gonna check out this ward right here. Bristleback attempts to even approach the Radiant jungle. He will be
Radiant's
spotted.
bottom tower is under attack.
Decent ward placement. And it looks like they're gathering up, and there goes the smoke. It was unfortunately wasted on Gaz, who
Radiant structures
was still
are
engaging.
fortified.
And looks like there's going to be an engagement down on the
Radiant's
last tier
bottom
1 tower.
is under attack.
And will it get denied? Yes, Nemesis manages to deny the
Radiant's
tower,
bottom
and a ping
tower
goes out.
has
They
been
want that
denied.
Medusa. Do we see a snipe from Steve? Not yet, but he is far enough away if he can anticipate the movement. Silence goes out. CZZ taking a ton of damage. The global silence, and he goes down. Brilliant chakram placement, followed by the Skyrath ult. Damali, he just popped his ult. He is in so much trouble, and Damali has gone down. That's 2 right now, and without any reply. And that is exactly the engagement that Team YOLO needed to really get back into this match. Going quick into this favor. 3,000 XP and 1,100 gold. Not to mention they lost 750 gold on Guidos' side. That's really going to hurt the Medusa, who did manage to complete the mana style. But I suppose it is worth noting, ZZZ did manage to pop his global silence before dying. So through that, you could say he managed to spare Bristleback, though at this point they lost the Medusa. And Effenrod, he might be in trouble himself. Gaz, who's just completed the Boots of Travel, very interesting. And they're going for a gank here. They want Effenrod, and they may get Silencer in the process. Last word went out, he just got stunned. Snipe manages to hit ZZZ, and there goes the Curse of the Silent on 6 Ghosts. He will be taking a bunch of damage. Steve Whitwood and Nemesis Q are going in. Effenrod, he is going to go down with that hit. He has been taken out, dominating kill streak for Nemesis Q. In comes Damali. He is just not doing the damage right now. Crimson Guard was popped, imprisoned, but on the Bristleback. Ult goes down on Damali. He's taking too much damage right now. In comes the TP from Old King Cole. He is looking for someone to Omni Slash. Will he be able to do it? He manages to get the Omni Slash. Is that enough? Yes! Creeps did manage to interfere a little bit, but they got the kill. That was 464 gold bounty. And Bristleback, he wants to take out Steve Winwood, but Chakram is there on the 6 Ghost, and he is going to be able to slow him down. Though, it looks like Old King Go's going to try and help. They want to take down Steve Winwood. He is an easy kill, and he will go down. Healing Totem was popped. 6 Ghost needs to be careful. He should be able to Twin Chain out, or Timber Chain out, and he does. Whew! Another great engagement by Guidos. They are definitely showing how they've made it this far in the tournament. Very great plays so far. Let me catch the recap. Yes, I made it. 3,250 XP going mostly to Bristleback and Juggernaut, and 1,000 gold, 750 of which went to the Juggernaut. Very, very good trade if you're Team Guidos, and that's definitely going to help. Juggernaut, second on the net worth. He's actually ahead of the Medusa, and a call to defend the top tower goes out by the Juggernaut. I'm not sure if that's just a, hey, this tower is in danger, or they actually want to defend it. Well, ZZZ is going to TP in. A smoke was just bought by Medu, and see where Medu is. He's over at the jungle, so obviously he's not going to use it yet. And there goes the last tier 1 tower of this match. Though it looks like Juggernaut's going to be pushing a little bit towards this tier 2 bottom. But looks like there might be a quick skirmish up here. Here comes Venarlia. And Astral Imprisonment, so there goes any hopes of engaging. Medusa, unable to do too much damage. But slow down on 6 Ghosts. If they want to, they could feasibly take him out, but nope. Timbersaw, he got out of there. He knows better. And it looks like they are managing... Oh, they smoked for it. They smoked this defense on the bottom lane. Astral Imprisonment by Effenrod. And Nemesis Q has been revealed by the proximity of being to Gold King Cole. Effenrod tries to force staff, but unfortunately he goes down. Gaz on a killing spree. Old King Cole knows the jig is up. He did complete his Desolator, so he was going for Desolator, and he TPs out. He sees 6 Ghosts. He does not have the mana to do the Omni Slash, but it's off cooldown, and ooh, will he go for it? It's a bit risky. There is support if they can lock him down. And there goes the Omni Slash. Snipe went out, but they managed to take him down. Looks like Timbersaw tried to pop his BKB. He did. That was a waste of his 10-second charge. The Snipe managed to hit both Juggernaut and Venarlia, but they are going to be okay. And it looks like Medusa was going to push tier 1 bottom, or tier 2 top. It was completely wrong. And that was actually a really good play. That split push managed to fork his Madu and Outworld on that lane, and Six Ghosts caught out of
Dire's
position.
bottom tower is under attack.
And is anyone gonna drop? Is anyone gonna drop a sentry ward? Because if not, that invisibility rune should have been noticed by YOLO. Whew. And looks like both teams are taking a second. 1,500 net worth on Gaz. He's doing very well so far. I'm actually curious what his gold per minute is right now. And it's 492. Pretty good right now. That Midas has paid itself off about 10-15 minutes ago. Midas, of course, having a 25 or 2,000 or so gold cost once you manage to pop it. After about, if you pop it off cooldown for about 10 minutes, it has then paid itself off for the most part. And Six Ghosts, he's in trouble. There goes the snipe. It's a little small, but it will catch Effenrod, but he was imprisoned. I don't know if that ult went out in time. Skyflare manages to do enough damage to take down the Bristleback and Ogre Magi. Wow. I guess they underestimated how close the rest of Team YOLO was for that engagement. They only managed to take off about 60% of Six Ghosts, and then the cavalry came in to defend. Let me catch the recap. I did, and 3,200 XP and 1,300 gold for Team YOLO. And they lost 800. 500 was lost on the Bristleback, and that could easily be a tower. And it looks like Steve, he's just hanging out by the tier 3 mid, and that's a free tower. But Medusa did manage to take down that tower as well. I don't see a defense coming. Are they going to go for the high ground at this point? They are at a point where they don't want Medusa to get too much more farm. She does have the Chrysalis, and it looks like it was they know Medusa is in the jungle, because that Medusa is probably farming, and Medu needs to be careful. He could easily be seen if he moves. And he's gonna get out of there. Good on Demoli. The ping goes out. But oh, just go back to your tower, Demoli. And is that snipe gonna hit? Is that snipe gonna hit? Come on, mouse, don't let me down. Nope. Oh, it hit! I have no idea what happened there. It looked like it was not big enough, but Demoli just got a little bit from that AA ult. Looks like Team Guidos has congregated top. However, it should be spotted. Notice the observer ward on both teams, and no sentry was placed. Check real quick if anyone is even running around with sentries, and it doesn't look like it, but sentries I thought were in the courier, or at least someone's stash. Looks like Silencer is working on the stash, or has the sentry wards. And Madu calling for something down here. Not sure what he intended, but Team YOLO able to see that. I think he might be able to. Oh no, these trees might be in the way. But Refresher Orb was just picked up on the Outworld Devourer with a GPM of 529. And call goes on to go through the dire jungle. It looks like that was called by a Steve Winwood. I wonder if he's going for a snipe. Juggernaut needs to be careful. Most of the team is there. And it looks like the regen rune was detected by the Bristleback, and they recognize Silencer. There it goes. Good job, ZZZ. Recognizing, hey, there's probably a ward around there. And they managed to take it down, though the life of the ward was going to go away in about a minute or so. Ping goes out. ZZZ taking out the other observer ward, though he needs to be careful. And there goes an engagement. Thank you, Hylian. Boots of travel were completed. Six Ghosts should be okay. Is the Omni Slash ready? It is not. Looks like he tried to pop it based on that. And here comes a defense of the tower. Madu placing a ward up here, so he sees the Bristleback coming, and he knows how far back ZZZ and Effenrod are. Will the TPs come? Medusa is over by the tier 3 mid. The snipe goes out, misses, and denial by Bristleback, and he is just forced staff back to Stafy. Great play, and this engagement is still going. There is a split push. TP comes in. They want to see if they can take down the Juggernaut. Juggernaut TP's out, but he doesn't pop. Oh, he didn't pop the Battle Fury, and he got taken down by the Skyflare ult, and ZZZ, he's going to TP out. Will he make it? Yes. Astral Imprisonment just in time. Managed to save Viper's life, and Gaz, he's going to battle out of there as well. So that's a tower and Juggernaut taken down for nothing. Great engagement. 2,200 XP going the way of YOLO, and 659 gold, I think it was, going for YOLO. And another great ward placed right here. As YOLO, they're actually starting to regain control of this match. They have a very slight experience lead, especially from that last engagement, about 4,000, and the gold is starting to creep up in their favor. going to the net worth of the heroes. 1 second while I find it. 19,000 for the Outworld Devourer. That is insane. Followed by 1,500 on the Medusa and Timbersaw and Juggernaut close behind. There goes the ult. Will he manage to get out of there? He managed to dodge, but the ult manages to take down Ogre Magi. And Refresher Orb was popped, and BKB as well. Venarlia pops the Crimson Guard. Global Silence did go off during the middle of the engagement. And right now Venarlia is in trouble. The Chakram goes out. There goes another Silence, and he is going to be going down as well. There goes that strategy I mentioned earlier during the draft phase. Team YOLO really trying to go for as many snares and slowdowns and then just wombo combo them. 3,600 XP and 1,300 gold in their favor. That is the same recap. That confused me. And buyback. Ooh, they managed to force a buyback, and that could very easily be this tower. Does the Molly pop? The ult. An ult was popped by the Juggernaut. He's not able to focus them down. Medusa managed to take down the Medusa managed to take down both the Silencer and wait. Medu managed to take down Medusa. There goes the sniper ult. Dieback immediately. Outward Developer has come back, and they are taking down Venarlia, and it is a dieback. Whew. That was a great engagement. Let's see if I can piece that together. The tier 3 tower goes down. Skywrath Mage managed to take down both Medusa and Silencer and got a double kill. However, Outworld Developer was taken down, but he fought back, and his Boots of Travel put him back in. A dieback from the Bristleback, and that is now Rax for this engagement. And we are 40 minutes in, and the first lane of Rax have been taken, and immediately we see a transition into the top lane. And dieback for the Bristleback confirmed here, but both teams managing to get a nice chunk of experience points. And here they are, transitioning to that tier 2 top. And yep, that tower goes down. And it looks like YOLO is online now, and they're going to want to end this match within the next couple of minutes. They might actually go for Roche. That would be a great time. Definitely momentum is in their favor, so they don't really necessarily need to rush this tier 2 Rax. I think that directly contradicts what I just said a minute ago. Sheepstick was just completed on the Skywrath Mage, but Roshan is ready and waiting, and if YOLO managed to get that Roshan Aegis Shiva's Guard completed, then I see momentum. Well, I see it very difficult for GUIDOS to come out victorious in this first match. And Ancient stack, or it wasn't a stack, but Ancients just finished up. And GUIDOS, you have the opportunity right now. Unfortunately, look at these wards. They have great vision right now, what's going on with Team GUIDOS. So they know if there's an attempt to go for Roche and they try and go through this area here, it's going to be spotted. If they're not careful. And is there going to be a smoke? Just checking on Ogre Magi. Nope, doesn't look like anyone has a smoke so far. So their movements are 100% tracked. They know it's safe. Haste Room picked up by Medu. He'll be throwing another ward just to increase their visibility. And we have a disconnect. It looks like Silencer has disconnected. It looks like someone's moving him, and there goes the pause. But Butterfly just completed on the Juggernaut. Hopefully that will be enough for them to sort of see GUIDOS shift momentum back in their favor. In fact, why don't we take a moment to peek at everyone's items. We have the Ghost Scepter on Steve Winwood, so that's, and Medu, so they are ready with their wombo combo. Ghost Scepter followed by either of their ults will just do insane damage, and that ignores Six Ghost and the damage he brings when he comes in. Gaz still holding on to the Midas. He has the Refresher and the Aghanims and BKB, also major, that really helps against the defense of Silencer and the Ogre Magi. And well, I'm trying to think what else he would want at this point. He has the Boots of Travel, so he doesn't need any more TPs. So maybe he doesn't necessarily need the Force Staff at this point, because there's so much lockdown on his team. They can just slow down. And confirmation from Old King Cole that Steve's game client or it's not Steve, ZZZ's client, the ZZZ being the captain of Team GUIDOS, and Steve Winwood being the captain of YOLO. With his client crashing, he will be back with us in about 5 minutes. So, it looks like Steve Winwood is calling for a postponement. Once again, for those of you who don't know, actually, this is the losers finals. The reason Steve made that joke is This match was supposed to happen last week, however, a little miscommunication happened between the admins and both teams, so it had to be delayed to right now. But for those of you joining us late in this match, this is the losers final. Both Magic is Might and Bottoms Up were disqualified from this tournament because they were unable to meet an agreement to schedule their respective matches. Might is Magic, Magic is Might, facing Bottoms Up, and Bottoms Up facing Guidos. So Guidos, by default, essentially, are here in the losers finals, and we are back. And let's just take a quick look at the gold charts. And huge gold advantage by YOLO at this point. It's 14,000 in their favor. They are in complete control, it seems, and 12,000, just about 12,000 XP as well. And it looks like TP, Boots of Travel rather, from Six Ghost. And it looks like there's going to be a push towards the bottom lane. A little bit of damage. That was the Soul Ring, I suppose. Yep, Soul Ring is on cooldown. Old King Cole, he has his Butterfly, he has his Desolator, but the problem is he is a melee character. So he has the disadvantage of having to get in close, and getting in close against this Team YOLO lineup is extremely difficult to do between the Astral Imprisonment, the Chakrams. Is it even double at this point? No, he doesn't even have the Aghanims. The single Chakrams and Viper's Snare. And is there going to be a movement for Roche? It looks like there is. Yes, so the ward should have picked it up, but it just disappeared. But they were able to see 4 of the heroes going in for the Roshan ult. And it looks like there's going to be a split push. This Roche is melting, and Damali is going to try and farm as best he can. I'm going to jump and stay on the Roche over here, and this Roche is melting, and they're going to let him have it. And right now it looks like Six Ghost is engaging Damali, and curious how they're going to choose. There are a bunch of Boots of Travel, but frankly, YOLO, the match is theirs. They can probably end this game without Six Ghost, especially if he TPs in late. His Boots of Travel are off cooldown, and Damali himself TP'd back to the fountain on his team, and it looks like both teams are just hanging out smoked. Didn't catch that they bought anything. And ooh, King Cold needs to be careful. He was just sheepstick. There goes the silence, there goes the snare, there goes the stun. There goes old King Cole and his buyback. He can't afford it. It's ready, but he just doesn't have the gold, and there goes a ton of damage for Team Guidos, and this is not looking too good. Demoli, though, taking the initiative, doing what Demoli needs to do, and that is farm as fast as he possibly can on Medusa, but he only has one of the ultimate orbs necessary for the Lincoln Sphere, but he does have the Daedalus, so if he could manage to catch someone, he could do a bit of damage. And here comes the TP from Timbersaw, and they are going for the racks. Multicast. And last word was put on Six Ghost. Here we go. A little distance being kept. Q goes out from the Medusa. I think that was the Q. Nope, that was the W. Ult cast on the Medusa, and they are going to start whomping on the tower. Nemesis, that's all he wants to do. Mech was popped. Ultimate manages to take down the Silencer, and Bristleback follows right after. Damali is in trouble. No mana, and he is going to go down. 4 staff and a double kill, and the GG goes out. ZZ has called it. GG. And game 1 of the losers finals goes to Team YOLO. YOLO, just one game from a rematch between Gaff in the grand finals. Thank you for joining me in the Giantbomb Community Tournament. Triple X 69, Dick Butts, Goku 420, Triple X. Oh my gosh, I actually memorized their team name. Has won it. And there you have it, folks. Game 1. This was a great match. Unfortunately, momentum shifted the way of Team YOLO once they managed to really go online at about the 35-minute mark. Silencer unable to really help too much once he fell out of favor. Look, he's only level 12. Thank you for joining us, folks. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. I will not say seconds. In this Giantbomb Community Tournament 2014 Losers Finals.